The most expensive decision you'll ever make isn't going to happen in a bank or a real estate office or a boardroom somewhere. It's going to happen on the side of I-40 or Interstate 55, Highway 45, on a road right around the corner from where you live. It's going to happen with you sitting in the front seat of your car with glass in your lap. You're stunned and you're staring at your phone and you're thinking, what do I do now? There's 6 things that you got to do. And if you don't do these 6 things, you're going to screw everything up. I'm going to give you the complete package of everything that you need to do to protect yourself, your family, and your future. And number 4, 6 more cases than most people realize. Before we get into this, I just want to let you in on a little secret. At the end of the video, we have a contest that we're going to announce. So stick around to the end, find out what the contest is and how you can enter it. Now let's get started. I'm John Michael Bailey. I've spent my entire career on the other side of these kinds of wrecks, finding the insurance companies who already know what they're going to do to you before you can even call the police or a tow truck. As promised, I'm going to give you the playbook. You can keep this and watch it over and over and over again. Number 1, safety first. Listen, I know it sounds obvious, but stick with me here. If you can move and get the cars out of the lane of traffic where you're in no danger of being hit, you need to do that. Remember, take the photos first, get the car moved. What we don't want to see is you standing right there, right next to your car, only to be run over again by another car in the lane of traffic. We see that happen more often than you think. You don't want to be in the middle of the road arguing about whose fault it is before the police even get there, only to be run over by a car whizzing past you doing 45 miles an hour on a 30 mile an hour zone. A fender bender turns into a funeral that way. Don't let that happen. Safety first. Most of us don't carry flares in their trunk. I don't. But we all have hazards. Make sure you turn those on. Make sure the traffic coming in either direction can see them. Now, a lot of times if your trunk is sitting in your back seat now, it may not even work, but at least give the effort. Remember, that car is replaceable. You are not. Everybody who's listening to me right now, drop a little note in the comments and let me know if you have a safety kit or flares or anything having to do with an accident in your trunk. Let us know. Be honest now. Number 2, call 911. Always, even if it's minor. That police report matters more than you might think. Is the closest thing that you're ever going to get to a neutral referee. It locks in the time, the place, the date, who was there, and most often, who was at fault. If you don't do that, and you're trying to go through the insurance companies just by exchanging information, here's what you're going to find. That fella who rear-ended you, put the trunk of your car into your back seat, 3 days later, he's going to remember everything differently. And you don't have any independent knowledge or information or proof that it happened the way you say it did. Expect him to say things like, well, he changed lanes. He slammed his brakes on right in front of me and then put his car in reverse and drove straight into me at 90 miles an hour. We've seen things like that. We're not making it up. People will do things like that. That's why having the police out there as a neutral referee, taking photos, getting statements, getting witness names, all of these things are crucial for you and your case. That's going to shortcut the other side from trying to say a different story. Also, in Tennessee, for instance, you're required to report an accident if there's injury or damage. So you need to call the police to make sure that you do everything that you are supposed to do to protect yourself, your family, and to make sure that this process is as fair to you as we can possibly make it. Number 3, this seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people forget it. Document everything. Your phone is the most powerful tool that you have. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take pictures, 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 and more pictures. Broken glass, broken taillights. If the cars are still wedged together in the accident, take pictures of that. If you can do this without incurring any kind of altercation, get a picture of the driver's license of the person that was driving the car and the VIN number. The VIN numbers are always going to be right up here on the driver's side, right up by the front of the windshield. That's where you can find it. That's where the police are going to go and look for it. Why is this important? Because this might be a surprise. The license plate may not be for the car that hit you. And so by running the VIN number, which we can do, we can find out who the actual owner is of the car. All this is very important. In a rear end collision, particularly one where it's really, really hard, see if there's any skid marks. If there's no skid marks, we need a picture that there's no skid marks. Skid marks, how deep they are, and whether or not they have what is called spalling, which is the tire kind of rolling in a way that it's not supposed to roll, that can teach us a lot about the speed and the impact. While we can take readings of the black box, we can't get into all the cars, so every bit of physical evidence is great. So, skid marks, the intersection, anything else that you think could possibly be important will be important. So get a picture of it. Now we're at number 4. Now we're at the one that everybody forgets. And again, it's not because you're dumb, it's because no one's ever told you what to do and how important it is. Witnesses. If somebody stops to check on you and make sure that you are okay, be sure to get their name and their telephone number so we can get back in touch with them. If they will allow you to record what they saw, for instance, if they say, I saw the whole thing, the person didn't even try to put on their brakes, they just ran all up over you, and they were drinking out of a whiskey bottle and looking at their phone when they hit you. Now, if you can get them to say that in a recording on your phone, that is wonderful. My name is Susie Smith. I live at 123 whatever street. My phone number is 222-579-1214-22. Get all that information. Let her say what she has to say. That right there is one of the most important things that you can do. And here's the second half of number 4. Remember the first half being about what does the witness say? Well, let's talk about what you say. So in other words, there's things that you do not need to say. If you're not at fault, don't say I'm sorry. Don't do that, because that is going to be used against you later. Even though you're trying to be nice or polite, they will use it against you. 2 things you don't need to say. I'm fine, I don't hurt. You don't know. Your adrenaline is still pumping. You haven't been seen by a doctor, so don't tell them you're fine. The second thing is, if you're not at fault, don't tell them I'm sorry, because they will use that against you. Witness statements, your statements, these are the things on the scene that most people forget. Number 5, get checked out. Again, as we've seen, this is a traumatic experience for you. Your heart is pumping, you're full of adrenaline. Go get yourself checked out. Now listen, if the police advise that an ambulance should be called, trust their judgment. If when the ambulance gets there, they think you should be taken to the hospital because in their professional judgment you need to be seen, trust their judgment. These are professionals. This is what they do every day. They're trained for this. You're not. If you don't get seen by an EMT, you don't go to the emergency room by ambulance, then go to the emergency room anyway. You don't want to go to the emergency room, then go to a minor clinic. Here's what you're trying to do. You're going to document that you have injuries as a result of the traumatic event that somebody else put upon you. You didn't go out and cause this. Somebody did this to you. So now what you need to do is take the steps that are necessary to make sure that your case can proceed in the best possible way for you. Number 6, and this is where we come in. Don't do this alone. The other side is going to have an entire team of people working against you. You need a team of people who are standing up for you, who aren't afraid to go toe-to-toe with the other side and make sure you get treated properly with respect to make sure that your property damage is taken care of, to make sure that you get the medical treatment that you need and you deserve, and make sure that throughout the process, all of your rights are protected to make this come out as best as possible for you. It is not a fun time. I'm not going to lie and tell you that it is. It is a traumatic experience. And so what we can do at John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers is do everything we can to ease that trauma and to help you navigate this path and come out on the other side as best as possible. You can call us 24/7, 365, 888-WE-FIGHT. We never close. We will evaluate your case for free. There's no obligation. And we only get paid if we win for you. John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. I hope it was helpful to you. Please like and subscribe. And we're running a contest. I'll tell you about it right now. If you will drop in the comments the city that you are watching this from, and then tell us what movie these two cars came from, we're going to take everybody's name, throw it in a hat, pick 3 winners, and award a prize. So I will tell you, I'll just give you a hint. It's a very, very famous movie. This is a 1968 fastback Mustang with a 390, known as an Eleanor. And this over here is a Dodge Charger RT. So these are the cars that you need to be looking for. Tell us what movie these cars were stars in. So again, all right, I'm gonna close now. Thanks much. I really appreciate y'all listening. Take care. If you can hear my voice, I wish you peace and joy. And as always, I hope to talk to everybody really soon.